I would like to take this opportunity to introduce the next panel, TYE to TiE Journey. I would like to call upon Kanchana Raman. Kanchana is the president of Avian Networks. She's also part of the TiE Atlanta Leadership Committee and has been a champion of youth initiatives. She will be speaking and introducing the other panelists. Kanchana, take it away.
Thank you. Good morning. This is Kanchana Raman, co-founder of the TiE High School program here in Atlanta in 2009. In the last 11 years, we have graduated over 300 students. The TiE High School program is part of the Global Connect program for all of TiE High School. And the students, we empower the students with the means of entrepreneurship. The program empowers and educates students to become the next generation of entrepreneurs. TiE High School is a hands-on entrepreneurship, ideation, business model, financial, and customer discovery program taught by entrepreneur mentors or charter members, as we are called, from the TiE network. Through mentorship and entrepreneurship education, our students tap into their entrepreneurial gene to find solutions for local and global problems and develop their leadership, team building, and public speaking skills. Most of the high school program course curriculum spans 9 months, from September to April of the following year. We have a local competition in April, and the winner from the local competition participates in the global competition with 23 participating cities around the world in June. They compete to win cash prizes at local and global competitions. Once graduated, the students are offered complimentary 1-year membership to TiE, access to our network of charter members, VCs and angels, and the ability to participate in TiE events. We also offer internships in some cities like Atlanta for the high school alumni. There are many impactful engagements being planned to engage the TiE High alumni. It is my pleasure now to invite Naman Takriwal, who's a graduate of the high school program, to speak about his experience.
Sure, thank you so much, Kanchana. I'm just gonna quickly share something. Perfect. Hi everyone, so my name is Naman and I'm a sophomore at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, majoring in business management. I am also a full-time entrepreneur currently working on building Breer in Hong Kong and Rural Invest in India. But these experiences of becoming an entrepreneur at the age of 20 was only because of one reason, because of my participation in the TYE program back in 2015, where I led the first ever team from India to the second runner-up position in the global finals, something which Kanchana also mentioned. So I remember when I got to know about the TYE program, I immediately jumped onto the opportunity of learning from global experts coming from large multinationals to teach, us high school students about entrepreneurship. And at TYE, I feel that, it is a very self-paced curriculum, or I define it as a very initiative-based curriculum where there is no cap on learning. You decide what you want to learn, how much you want to learn, and you learn at your own pace. And sometimes inspiration is always drawn better from same age peers. So in my TYE experience, when events and sessions were conducted by volunteers who were previous alumni or even just student entrepreneurs, I always asked myself this one question, that why can't I do this? Why can't I become a student entrepreneur? And TYE in many ways made that possible. And after TYE, I actually went from idea to implementation within 6 months and launched my first startup known as High School Investors, and even exited my first startup all while I was in high school. So my message to all of the students, who are listening today would be that never forget your catalyst for success, which in my case, TYE has been one. Thus, I continue to volunteer, come to events and be involved with high school students, working closely and learning from what high school entrepreneurs are doing. And thus, I would recommend all of you to volunteer with TYE and also gain volunteering hours. Your participation in TYE will also help you with your college application. It surely did with mine. I'm at HKUST. And since TYE is already a global name, it will help, to, like, they will, like, the evaluators will value your experience of building a business plan from scratch, and at the same time it will have a role to play in your personality development, which you will eventually realize when you are filling out the applications yourself, that how much you've improved with your thinking, speaking, and writing. So I feel that, TiE leverages the power of community through a network of mentors, advisors, and support. I got my first internship at a startup through my network at TiE. And thus, I would suggest all of you that during your experience, network as much as possible, because in the future, trust me, your network will define your net worth. So to conclude, I would say that, be motivated by the experience at TiE. And as I'm also building YTBC, which is one of the world's largest business plan competition, also for high school students, where we aim to create the next generation of entrepreneurs. So here's to changing the world. You can contact me on my details. And now I'm going to introduce Paul, who's going to take the stage forward from me. Here you go, Paul.
Thanks, Naman, and congratulations on all the great momentum. If we can help you now with what you're doing, I want to just give you a little inkling that it doesn't stop at high school, right? We're doing great work around the world, as Kanchana mentioned, for many years. Let's tell you about the ecosystem that we're building as you join college and even beyond. What we have started to do around the world is build a TiE University program so that you take what is an idea like Naman mentioned and take it to market. You can fail, you can grow, you can pivot. All of those things are possible. How do we do that? Is that we're building the university, sorry for the pun over here, of enablers to give you tools all worldwide. We're already in 7 countries. We'll share some of that with you. And no matter where you are, TiE will uplift you so that you take this idea and actually launch it. And once you launch it, you scale it as well. Very possible in the marketplace today, thanks to the tremendous universe of enablers that we have. So what kind of enablers? Some of us in different chapters have been doing university programs for a number of years, but for the last 3 years, we've added to our ecosystem that when we put the student at the center and say, we're going to enable you, we can then give you the secret sauce of our TiE charter members like Kanchana and others who help based on the do's and don'ts that they have learned. That's what augments what you learn in college. We can give you mentoring, unlimited mentoring. That's what's the wonderful part of TiE. We can help you with perhaps looking at investors, corporates, etc., domain experts, workshops, and so on. And we've been building that, and I'm pleased to tell you we are making great strides, and I know the best is yet to come. So in that regard, no matter where you are, we're going to meet you wherever you are in your journey as an entrepreneur. You can be at high school, you can be, at exits, etc., but the university program takes these various partners and enables them together. How do we do that? We certainly provide workshops. We're now doing boot camps. We build skills. We do presentations. We did our first ever hackathon in the first quarter with close to 2,500 students from around the world. Next weekend, I'm going to invite you to come join us, get a sense real time to see the energy of these college students, because we have folks from 3 continents, 27 chapters from around the world participating, the best of the best. But I think in the middle of this all, as it says, mentoring is the best part that you get, all for free, because people want to help you not make their mistakes, but enable you and give you that multiplier effect through, so that you can launch, scale, pivot, whatever it is that is best for your particular capability. We tell everybody our intent is to take it from a science fair kind of project and take it to the market. If you do that, you will meet our mission. So how do we do that? Next week's global prizes are $50,000 to student teams, internships, scholarships, in-kind awards. AWS has offered us over $250,000 to enable these student teams to be helped so that we can be giving them this rocket fuel in any part that they need, as you saw from the solar system kind of analogy. I am absolutely pleased to tell you we have more and more chapters joining us. We keep growing. We have touched in just the pitch competition program, close to 1,500 students this year. Add that to the hackathon. We're touching 5,000 students in just the third year of the program. We hope you all, whether you're a mentor, whether you're a student, whether you're in college, whether you're in high school and everything in between, come join us. So how do you do that? The way that it works is this year, we have over 500 teams that have joined our competition across the world. We have involved a number of colleges and universities. We augment what they do at college by bringing real world expertise to the party. And the best way to do it is, I always say, these are not only our customers, they're our entrepreneurs. They have ideas from incredible places, how to help apps that deliver training to police forces. How do you help doctors with biotech? How do you help farmers? Their ideas are big. And I think you can come and listen to them next weekend. Come and join us. Go to bit.ly/TiEu Global. We have our semifinals with the best of the best, 27 teams next Saturday. And we'll be picking 8 teams for Sunday, the 16th. More importantly, anytime you want to find us, go to tieuniversity.org. And we're more than willing to have you join us in any capacity. We look forward to helping on this TYE to TiE University journey. So thanks so much. Hope to see you all as part of the program. And now over to Robin Jones, a starter member and board member at TiE Oregon.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Robin Jones, and I am a charter member and a board member at TiE Oregon, as Paul said. My first exposure to TiE was actually through the Angel Group. So in early 2001, I was the chief operating officer of a company called Geoloki, and we actually became one of the very first companies that TiE Oregon Angels did as a cohort investment. And a couple of years later, I helped engineer the sale of that company to Esri, returning capital back to those investors. And at that point, I decided, okay, it's time to give back. I'm going to become a TiE charter member, start participating in more activities. And one thing led to another, and I ended up at the TiE Global Summit in 2018 in Mumbai. And at this point in time, I had not had any real exposure. I had awareness of the TiE Young Entrepreneurs Program, but no real exposure to it. And I ran into my friend Shashi Jain, who's basically the father of TiE Young Entrepreneurs, in the breakfast buffet at the hotel. And he looked very stressed out. And I said, "What's up, Shashi?" And he said, "Well, this afternoon, I'm running a workshop with 300 kids and their students to do a 3-hour-long Idea Lab session. And I don't have any help." And I said, "Well, I can clear my schedule. I'll come help you." I had no idea what I was getting myself into. But over the course of that next 3 hours, we had a group of kids that ranged in age from probably 9 or 10 years old all the way up through 18-ish. And they spent 3 hours going from a brainstorming session to being able to get up in front of a room full of people and give a 2-minute long pitch. It was incredibly impressive, incredibly inspirational. In fact, some of the best pitches actually came from kids that were living in orphanages, working during the day and doing their schooling at night. It was just a really phenomenal experience. And I came home hooked. So I went back to Shashi and said, "How can I get involved?" And he said, "Well, we need mentors in this program." So I ended up signing up to mentor at Benson Polytechnic High School, which is here in Portland. Now, for those of you that don't know Portland, Oregon, it is known as the whitest city in America. Everybody looks like me. And this school, Benson Polytechnic, is the only public school that graduates more kids of color than it does white kids. And I thought, this is great, because these are children that otherwise likely would not get exposure to entrepreneurship in any way. And this may be the opportunity for them to learn the skills they need to build generational wealth. So I've spent now for the past 4 years in the classroom until this year when we went virtual, mentoring every week teams of entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs, to get through their studies. We've sent several of those teams on to the state and global competitions, as we mentioned. And for me, it's just been really, really rewarding way to give back to an organization that was very helpful to me during my startup journey and my career development. So while there are a lot of things that I do for TiE Oregon as board member and a charter member, this is the one that I find the most rewarding and inspiring. And so I would encourage all of you to find out what your local chapters are doing within the youth program, and see if there's a good fit for you, because it's a great program. And with that, I'm going to hand it off to Raj Parabi, because he was the TiE San Diego Youth Program alumni and now has come back as an advisor to that program. So we're coming full circle. Take it away, Raj.
Thank you so much. As Robin mentioned, I'm an alumni of the San Diego chapter's TYE program, and I'm a serial social entrepreneur. I caught the entrepreneurship bug when I was just 10 years old, and I've been hooked ever since. I am currently the CEO of Off Grid Technologies, where we are creating portable wilderness chargers that combine 4 different electricity generation methods to provide reliable charging anytime, anywhere. Participating in the high school TYE program is really where I got started. It opened up my eyes to the world of entrepreneurship in a way that I had never imagined possible before. Through accomplished guest speakers, instructors, and mentors, I found myself immersed in the San Diego entrepreneurship ecosystem. On top of business fundamentals, the TYE journey taught me soft skills like leadership, teamwork, and project management with working together with your peers. In a few short months, we were able to experience the ups and the downs of taking a concept scribbled on a small sticky note to a fully developed investor pitch. The idea that we pitched at TYE San Diego earned us an entry to the TYE Global Competition, where we won the Makers Fair and Best Execution Awards. My takeaway from that global competition is that there's problems around the world that are just waiting to be solved by passionate, creative people. And I feel that TYE is here to help the next generation of young entrepreneurs do just that. My entrepreneurial journey didn't end after Globals. Thanks to TYE, I was introduced to a local incubator where we are transforming our idea into a viable product. We're now a Delaware corporation with a patent pending product, and we've continued to win multiple awards at pitch competitions. I'm forever grateful to TYE for giving me a solid foundation and for kickstarting my company's trajectory. This year, I've returned to TYE San Diego as the instructional lead and as a mentor to over 50 students. I'm paying it forward by teaching the next generation of aspiring entrepreneurs through a lens of social entrepreneurship. So to all of you, I would ask that you please do support the TYE program, either by participating in it, coming back to mentor, or supporting in any other way that you can. I'll now pass it off to Reena Gupta, who's a TiE Silicon Valley charter member and Youth Global Leadership Committee advisor, to close off our session.
Thank you, Raj. Now that you all had an opportunity to see and hear what a journey of TYE to TiE looks like, please go to tyeglobal.org and click on the apply button so that you can be part of this journey. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Reena.
Now, yeah, go ahead, Aman.
Thank you, Reena. And thank you to all the panelists for walking us through this TYE to TiE journey.